So I'm going to show you today how to compete your car, and then if you need to fix anything, I'll show you how to do that. Okay? All right. So once you have already engineered your cars, you can go right to the competition. If you have not finished engineering, you want to go to the engineering tab. When you're all done, you're going to go to File, Save, and Enter Competition. Okay? So what it means when you enter the competition is that you go into what's called Staged. Okay, and you can click around in here. I personally have these 3 designs, okay, and I have 3 that are staged, and you're going to see that's going to change. What staged means is basically like if you were a performer and you were getting ready to go on stage, you're like waiting to perform. It's like if you play baseball, it's like you're on deck, okay? It's like you're ready to go. So when you're in staged, you need to race. So if you only have one design, you'll have to race yourself. But if you have more than one design, you can race multiples. So I'm going to race these 3 cars right now. So I'm going to click on car 2, and this pops up. So I'll make car 2 contender 1, and then I'm going to click on car 3, and I'm going to make that contender 2. So if you look down here, I don't know if you can see it through my thing, the watermark, but there's car 2 and there's car 3. And if I push start, it's going to bring us over here to this fake race, okay? Here's my 2 cars, and the fans are cheering. You can race your friends in the class, you can race one of your designs against another, you can pick anybody you want off the list. Now we have 1 qualifier, we have me, and then I personally have 1 car that's out of spec. And this car that's out of spec, I need to fix. So I cannot be a qualifier if I'm out of spec. All right. So my car number 3 is out of spec, and I'm not quite positive why. So I am going to go back here to engineering because that plan didn't work. And I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Open, and I'm going to go to car 3. I want to go to my most recent revision. Look at my time, okay? I'm going to go here to my most recent revision. Now once I bring this car up, okay, and click on Redefine Solid so I can see it, I'm going to go to Outputs Now, and I'm going to hit Specs, and I'm going to find out why it's out of spec. And it is out of spec because of the wall thickness around the power. Okay, so the power would be your CO2 cartridge. So this means that I'm too close to my CO2 cartridge hole. Okay, so I have to go back here, and I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn this on so I can actually see. And I want to turn on all of my views so that I can figure out which one is too close. So we'll look at it from the top, or we'll look at it from the side first. And it is 100% too close on the side here. So I'm going to move that up just a pinch. I'll move that just to see. And it's also too close down here. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to move that down. Okay, so now that should be good. While I'm here, I'll just take a look at the the top profile, just to double check. And yeah, I look like I'm pretty good distance away there. So this should now be done. Output, specs. All right, it's not showing up as being out of spec. All right, so now we're going to once again File, Save and Enter Competition. Okay, and now I'm going to come back here to my competition. And I should now have in the staged category, I will have my 2 designs, the new one, the revised one, and the one I never raced before. Okay, and then Dan is here too. And we'll start that race. I'm going to pause it so you don't have to watch the whole thing because it's kind of long. All right, so I finished racing car number 1 and car number 3. Car number 1 beat car number 3. They are both in specs. So if I hit Reset Simulation, I can come up here. My 3 designs, I have 3 that are qualifiers now. And you will see eventually there'll be a top 10 list, but only one of my designs will appear in the top 10. The other 2 will get knocked off because well, you can read right here, it tells you. All right, so if you have any questions, ask. That's how you compete your car, and that's how you fix a car that's out of spec.